broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
You know what? We need some coffee.
To perfection, expect nothing else. Do you like to make yourself a hot cup of coffee to start your day? We have both whole bean and grounded. Also great for all you iced coffee if not a hot kind of person. Even make yourself a frappe to quench your thirst. The best tasting coffee with espresso. It's only $18.99 plus taxes for a 12-ounce bag. Buy 1 to 5 bags and shipping is only $7. If you spend over $100, shipping is absolutely free.
Good morning. Hope you got your coffee. It's game day. Welcome to another edition of Halas Report. Of course, I've got the man who has no opinion at all about anything Bears related or even hockey related. Woody, good morning, Woody.
Morning. No fucking opinions at all. Not allowed.
Nope. Not at all. And back from his world tour of ERs, hospital rooms, and treatment centers, but feeling 100 times better, Bear fan Dan, welcome back, brother. Hope you're feeling well.
Feeling great.
Shiny as always, Dan. That's good.
Yeah. And
You and
the
Kat
man
need
on
a
the move.
haircut?
With the haircut club. The man on the move because he can't even stay home for a Bears game.
Walmart.
Hey, no,
Yeah.
Kroger's. I went to Omega Pozole, so some Mexican food.
Oh my God, Mike is going to Kroger. I haven't been to a Kroger's in.
Yep. My daughter just drove me home.
Oh, you're in for your life, are you? Yep, look at.
Ain't allowed.
Feared for his life so much he dropped off. Okay. Oh, he's back. Well, let's say he must be fearing for your life. He dropped off real quick.
It must have switched over to the internet.
That's the quickest I've seen ever somebody get out of a fucking car.
Yeah, I know, right?
Is it still moving?
No, we're out. We're out.
All right. So, hey, do we really have anything to talk about for last week's game? Or is that one beat like a dead horse?
The running game finally got established. That we've been dying for.
Going with well, it did and it didn't, right? It didn't in the first quarter when they just tried to run Swift out there, but then when they put Roshan out there, it opened it up for Roshan and Swift. Would that be a fair assessment?
Correct.
Dan, you've been watching, right? I know you haven't been able to be with us, but I know you've been watching. What do you think of the progression so far? Good morning, Matt.
All right. I mean, it said looked good last game. Net.
Speaking of car drivers, the youngest car driver in the family just arrived. The 1-year-old got a electric car yesterday. I've never seen a kid so happy in my life. I thought he was crying, and then I looked. No, it was actually a smile with what sounded like a cry that was actually an extreme laugh. He's got that one of those little electric cars that goes 1.5 mile an hour. We got the remote. Oh my God. Anyway, sorry. Side note. So yeah, I mean, it's been getting better. We got a good opportunity today, I would think, against Carolina. Now, look at on the morning show, they're all taking the Panthers. And the Lions fans, of course, are all taking the Panthers. I get it. They're just homering out. right? Because they don't know what football is besides what their fan base tells them to vote. I think it. I mean, but it makes me beg the question: is today a trap game?
No, because what are we
No,
trapping?
that's next week.
We're not playing a division game anytime soon. That's what I feel a trap game is for. We just gotta keep that. I'm interested in seeing how the offensive line's what's gonna start today. Believe it or not, when Nate Davis came on for Tevin Jenkins last week, that offensive line got a lot better, opened some holes. Swift went off. Roshan had a good game. But I don't think it's a trap game.
Nope, I don't think so either.
No.
I would say definitely say next week is a trap game.
Dan agrees with me. I'm glad.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, next week could definitely be a trap game, right? Because they're 0-4, possibly going to be 0-5. At the end of the day. Hold on, I'm having a Twitter moment. There we go. So, I don't know. This week, though, to me, like, with so many, Vikings and Packers and Lions fans picking against us is not like an, oh my God, watershed moment. But, if it was what do the Bears have to worry about? I guess I'm trying to get in my less than coffee having brain, which I need to add more coffee. Is what are the worries for this week's game?
Hubbard's running good. Going against Dalton. I don't know if he has it's not really we fucked him over or anything like that, but it could be what a win with that would be in Chicago, a former Bear quarterback. Really, I'm not really worried, but Carolina has played great or good the last 2 weeks.
They have been playing better.
I'm worried about Andy Dalton getting in rhythm. We can't let him get to that point. The defense yet again needs to show up. The offense cannot sputter. We can't see 3 and out every single drive.
Yeah, Dan, it's like last week the offensive line seemed to do better as the game wore on. It'll be interesting to see us if people same start, same starting 5 ended last week. Maybe versus starting 5 we started with. I don't know which first we go with. I guess both points of injury report get more of that. But defensively, you'd have to think Dalton. They're going to bring the house. They're going to bring the pressure early. You would think to do it, to stop what Mike is saying. Like, don't let Dalton get into any kind of rhythm. At least that's what I would suppose. But I don't know. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't really get to see too much of last week's game.
Right, but I was saying that. I mean, would you think that they're going to bring the house to get the defense really after Dalton to get this game going, so he does not, get some kind of rhythm?
Hopefully,
I expect Austin Booker to get his first sack.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of snaps, hasn't he? Oh, we lost him.
Yeah,
I made a bold prediction on the show I was just on. Say we're going to get a 100-yard rusher today.
Yeah, I mean he missed it by 4 yards last week.
Yep.
So part of the predictions then is going to be Booker gets his first sack. We get a 100-yard rusher. How big of a day do you think Sweat has? Because he seems to be. I mean, the injury seems to be hampering him less than last week.
Yeah, he had a sack last week. He's
and a batted ball.
Yep, strip sack. I think he's going to have like 4 tackle for losses and a sack. He's going to have a hell day. He's going to rain on that offensive line.
And I got the
Well,
injury report whenever you need it.
no, bring it up. Yeah, let us know who's out.
All right, our inactives is Mike's favorite player, Velus Jones. Blasingame, Pickens is out, Terrell Smith, and Dominic Robinson. So not too surprising. So
What's going on with Kari? That's what I want to know. What's his injury?
that does not.
Because for a fullback, man, he's a hell of a blocker.
He is, and he was.
And when we go I formation, we need that kind of guy.
And with Bayless, I know they like him as a running back. I'm surprised that Homer's playing and Bayless isn't, to be honest with
And Blasingame has a knee injury.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see Khalil Herbert today.
you. Well, he's not the only one. There are a couple guys I'm wondering when we're going to see.
Yeah, Tyler Scott.
Yeah, Scott. I don't understand sometimes the personnel they're bringing up. Of course, we're not in the room every day. We haven't seen much Colvin Johnson either. We haven't seen. There's a couple. Matt saying the Bears defense gets a TD this week. Matt, you want to go further? Is it a strip sack for a return or is it a pick six? And if it's a pick six, who is it?
Jalen Johnson.
Jalen's due.
No, you know what? I take that back. I think it's going to be Tyreek Stevenson. He's one of the most picked corners in the league.
Yeah, and his numbers for being one of the most picked corners in the league are actually not bad.
I would hope it's a tip pass. TJ Edwards runs it back. He needs to get pumped up. He's been slow, like he's not as fast and stats as last year. And I think at least a pick or strip fumble or a fumble recovery might pump him up a little bit.
Yeah, he could use a little pick me up for sure. I don't know if it's. I don't know why he's not as involved this year as he was last, because the defense seems to be all over it. Okay, Matt St. Edwards gets the touchdown, so there we go.
Somebody makes the damn pick six. I don't really care who it is.
Well, and then offensively, I know we always harp on the line. I'm hoping the wide receivers get more involved as a unit, like all of them. Not where it's like, DJ has a game, but Rome and Keenan kind of they're there. Like, I want to see good ball distribution to all three, maybe even throwing Scott into the mix, Swift into the mix. Definitely want to see some tight end action with Cole Kmet and those guys. But to me, that this is a game. These next two games, especially these next two games, with the Jags maybe being a bigger test in some ways. I mean, yeah, they're 0-4, but they still have some quality players since their quarterback isn't playing great. But defensively, they still got a decent line. I want to see this offensive line continue to improve the next 2 weeks going into the bye week. Because I'm telling you what, when I look forward, try not to look forward, but okay. Jaden Daniels in Washington week 8, I think that's going to be one of the best games of the year. It has the potential of being one of the best games of the year. Two teams, when you look at their lines, aren't that much different in their grade. Two highly, drafted quarterbacks. Washington's just on point this season so far. At this point, though, the Bears could be, 4-2. Washington could be 4-2. What a great matchup that's going to be. But that offensive line this week needs to take another step forward. And if they can't take another step forward, then I'm not really worried about the game in London.
Yep. I need to see Braxton Jones step up and not act like he's on ice skates, getting pushed around everywhere.
So the
I
left,
need him.
the tackles have been okay though. It's the guards that have been creating the issues for the tackle.
Yeah,
When you watch,
Matt Pryor seems to be doing a lot better at that left guard than Tevin did. I'm sorry to say.
I think and I agree with you. I think though some of that might be because Tevin was trying so hard to stay on the field, playing hurt, and playing hurt, you don't play as well, right?
Yeah.
And I think maybe there was some of that because when he's healthy, he's a lot better.
Well,
Because this PFF grade,
he's a good to go to this game, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, so they
We'll see
say.
how he does.
But when Tevin's right, that left side's solid. It's the right side, and the right side was actually pretty good last week.
So is Nate Davis getting a start or is it Pryor?
No, Pryor.
Pryor. Good.
Yeah, I
Thank
think
God.
Nate Davis is back on the bench for a while. So
I want to see more middle of the field throws. Colt Kmet, he's awesome in the middle of the field. I want to see more out of DJ. They seem like he has the same route every single time. He has like 2 of the same routes. Nothing coming across. I want to see that change though.
they've been running Rome across, and they've been running Keenan across. They keep doing you're right, the same couple routes for the screen, the negative 2-yard screen that Woody loves so much.
Yeah, he's got the comeback route. He's got the dig.
I mean,
That seems like that's all he's doing. I mean, look at last week. He had a dig. He had a comeback route. Then he realized he wasn't able to get back on the inside, and he had to keep on going. That's why he slowed down. I mean, that's on DJ, but that's kind of they need to be in sync to each other. If Caleb was just a tad later on the throw, I think DJ scores.
Yeah, or if DJ didn't slow up.
Or if DJ didn't slow up, they have to get that sync together. They have to get that going.
But isn't that what going through the season kind of does, right? I mean, practice. Go ahead, Woody.
I think Caleb rushed that throw because that safety was coming, so maybe that's why he threw it to. It was like a rifle throw. It wasn't like a loft or anything like that. It was a fucking gun.
It was like 3 yards ahead of him.
Yeah.
And what was it? What was that? Like a 30-yard pass on it, and he gunned it. I mean, that's what's scary is his arm.
Listen, I don't mind the screen passes every once in a while, but you can't have Carter out there fucking blocking.
Yeah,
well, and you can't.
You can't have Rome blocking and Cole Kmet's taking the screen. Like, what the hell are we doing?
Like, dude, what?
Well, Rome is getting better with the blocking.
Well, we didn't draft him to block. We drafted him to catch.
Well, no, but all the receivers have to block. It's a big part of their game is blocking. Let's be honest.
Okay, if I'm gonna do a tight end screen to Cole Kmet, you know who I'm having blocked? Colin Johnson.
But the wide receivers need to block too. But the wide receivers need to block that cornerback that's on them. That's it's a big part of their game is blocking. Huge part of their game is blocking. If you can't block the wide receiver, you shouldn't be a wide receiver. It's not just running down the field catching the ball. A big part of their game is blocking.
Yeah, but if you don't block a screen pass, that's a fucking 4-yard loss.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
See, good morning, Broski. And I think Broski hits it on the head there too. He's like, more downfield first down throws versus the telegraphed screen pass, because that's a problem I think that Woody and I have the most with the screen pass. Probably you too, Mike. Is that it's not that they're throwing the screen pass, is that they telegraph that they're going to throw the screen pass. Everyone knows that screen pass is coming.
It seems like
everyone knows.
It seems like every drive we have, there's at least 2 screen passes somewhere.
I mean, go downfield 2-3 times in a row, then hit them with a screen pass. I mean,
throw a running back, throw a screen pass to a running back.
Right. Or
that one to DeAndre Swift worked magic. That was terrific.
Right.
Yeah. Or just fake the screen pass and do like a little running back into the middle of the field kind of thing or something. I mean, there's everyone knows they're gonna at some point you gotta figure maybe is Shane Waldron just setting up everyone for the second half of the season? Like saying, okay, if we can get to week 11, having played 9 games and be 6-3, I'm where I need to be, and now I don't run any more screen passes that I'm just gonna, fake it and dump it into the middle to Swift. You know what I mean? I mean, is that what he's doing? He's not talking about wide receivers blocking. Bears fans have been
But see,
doing that during the
Broski, down wide receivers getting open downfield. They've been getting open. Caleb is horrible at anything over 20 yards. He's terrible.
Broski. I mean, the O line should be blocking, but on a screen pass, the wide receivers need to block that corner or that safety that's on them. That's what we're talking about. I'm not like they need to be blocking on the line to stop a cornerback blitz or something, right? It's when you do the screen pass, then you need to block for your fellow receiver. So last week, DJ did some great blocking on one, and Keenan did some great blocking on another. Those wide receivers blocking well make those screen passes work. If the wide receivers don't block well, that's how we get a 2-yard, 3-yard, 5-yard loss.
You know what else I'm excited to see again? And it's not a huge position, and he's a backup. I want to see Doug Kramer again at that fullback, man. That kid did great. I like Kramer, man. He at that fullback position. He's a big guy on that goal line. That's exactly what we should have done against Houston or against Indy. Goal line.
I was happy they did that.
Let him truck those guys and Roshan right behind him.
Yeah, throw the marker or actually Broski, throw 3 yards beyond the marker, right? I mean,
yeah, past the sticks.
Have to go past the sticks at least a yard or two, because 9 times out of 10 it seems like when you go to the sticks you end up short.
You go past the sticks. You send DeAndre Swift as a check down out in the middle, because I guarantee the middle of the field is going to be open, and then you hit. If you can't hit anybody else, hit DeAndre.
What do you think about? What do you think about the play design as the weeks have gone on? Do you think it's getting better?
There's some. It's maybe getting not. It's not like tremendously better, but it's like seems like in every game so far this year with Waldron or play calling, there's been 3-4 questionable calls per game that I'm like, what the fuck you guys thinking? So this is a game that you can get the play calling going, no questionable calls, whatever. And it is getting better, but not like, wow, this is phenomenal what they're calling. So
to add on to that, I don't think it's getting better. I think it's the talent on his team executing the play better. Right? The play calling still sucks, but all the talent on this team is making it work, and that's the problem. They're just making it work. That's the problem.
Mike, how can you say that though? After what you just said about the goal line run, that's play calling.
That's more personnel.
But that's play call
being used correctly,
right? But it's play call change.
Oh yeah, because he's not going to do it again. That quarterback option, he already got crucified. From the media, from the fans, even the players called in that meeting.
He took ownership for his play calling. But I mean, I think the play calling's got a little bit better too. I mean, I look at from last year, the play calling is definitely better. We are seeing them try to push the ball more downfield.
I think Waldron's, first 12 plays, the script, the beginning,
that's still trash to me.
That's still horrible.
But you know what though? Okay, would you rather have the first 12 be terrible or everything after the first 12? Because that's what we had last year. First 12 was great. And after that, right? So which would you rather have? The first 12 be great?
I don't know. Either one sounds appetizing. Actually.
Well, I don't know. The first 12 is maybe the first quarter.
Well,
everything else
but we're also talking about different players on this team now.
Right, but I'm saying
it could have been a different situation with the same squad last year.
Would you rather have last year the first 12 was great to get a touchdown and then that's it. This year the first 12 hit or miss as far as getting anything, but then we're making adjustments and the offense is playing better. It's getting better as the game goes.
Well,
so which would you rather?
I'd rather take last year. You know why? Here's why. Because our running game was astounding. And yes, Justin helps. But give me last year's play calling over this play calling.
What do you think? What do you think, Woody?
I thought last year the Bears were like top first drive touchdowns. Remember?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And we take a shit in the second half.
Yep.
That's a tough call, man. I definitely take last year. Definitely.
Yep.
Broski, Matt, you guys,
And-
what do you think? Would you
and
take
it's still
last year's
early.
play calling or this year? 'Cause last year, everyone's like, Getsky's got to go. We got to get rid of Luke Getsky. He sucks. Everyone wanted him fired. Just the stuff that Mike's talking now. He was saying the guy sucks. He's terrible. Get rid of him. Now you guys want him back?
Oh, I never said I wanted them back.
Fields back, yeah.
I'd rather have Justin Fields back.
Be honest with you.
So let's talk about Fields. I don't think he's not giving that job up, is he?
Oh, how many more games? How many more games does he need to start for us to get that 4th round pick?
It's
I think
40%.
9.
He
has to go to week 9.
Yeah,
I think it's week 9. He's got to play over 50% of the snaps.
51.
40%.
So 9 games he starts. We get that 4th round pick.
Yep,
I thought it was
51% of the
40%,
time he has to play.
All right, Broski says Waldron looks like Getsky 2.0. They're both a joke.
Or that cup.
Matt's not a fan of Waldron.
No.
Not a Jets fan.
Bulls.
And like I said last time, the Seahawks players, what's his name? Jackson Smith and Jigba. Kind of like, okay, good luck. When we signed Waldron. I was like, shit, we're in for it. Has anybody been watching the Jets and Vikings game?
Yeah, I know that Darnold just got picked off.
Matt, I was in that same boat. But you know what? He's gone. Right? So at that point, you ain't changing it. He's gone. So
Ken had a big erection when Caleb Williams was drafted.
No, I just knew he was going to be drafted. That's where we were going to go. And
Yeah.
I figured if we're going to draft the quarterback, and I said it before, the only reason Foles did it is he had to feel that Caleb was better than Fields is now, or had a higher ceiling, or both. Right? I was a big fan of keeping Fields, and at the end of the day, I think we kind of did him dirty. Now, look, there are some things I like about Caleb better than Fields. I don't know if I could tell you at this point today which one gives you a better chance to win. In some ways, it's Fields because now he's got the veteran savvy, but I don't know if he gives you a better shot for this Bears team than Caleb does, to be honest with you.
It's still too early to compare the two.
I want to answer Matt's question about Henry. I don't even know if Henry would do good around this offensive line.
Right. I think he gets injured.
Well, Henry's a different type of runner than Swift, though, too.
We still have the offensive line, though.
Right.
Barkley for sure wouldn't be doing anything.
If you got a guy like Henry, who's like a Mack truck running down the field, is going to run a couple guys over, no matter how good the offensive line is, which is something Swift isn't doing.
And then
So from that aspect, though, Henry would have been better. Swift is a little more elusive, a little more dynamic in certain ways. You can use him more for catching the ball in the backfield than maybe you can use Derrick Henry. But that's why you've got Roshan Johnson.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, I liked Henry too, especially for the money. He would have been cheaper than Swift. But then goes the question. Okay, once you get Henry, they're already not playing Khalil Herbert. Does that mean Khalil Herbert would have been the other guy, and then Roshan's just SOL on the bench waiting to get traded?
No. I think Khalil's always been on the trading block since I signed Swift.
Because Roshan and Henry, though, are the same type of running back, right? Unlike the current situation where Roshan and Swift are different types of running back. So in the current situation, it makes more sense for what you're saying, Mike. But in the other situation, I don't think you have Khalil on the trading block because he's a change of pace back from your main back.
Well, I always believe if you have two running backs going in and out, you need thunder and lightning. With Henry and Roshan, that'd be two thunders.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I still think we're missing speed on this team. like as a in the running back position. I'm saying because Swift he's all right, but Roshan's not the fastest.
That's why that's why we were so high on Wheeler before he got injured.
I remember. You guys remember watching Tariq Cohen?
But that's why they like Bayless though, because he's freakishly fast and elusive as a running back. So, but yeah, he's been a healthy scratch for the last 2 weeks. I'm assuming he's a healthy scratch, that he's not actually injured.
You know, yeah, he's been a healthy scratch. You're right.
Lay the fuck down.
If Foles is wasting a spot with him still sitting there and inactive, just send him down to the practice squad. Let him get better.
I don't think that's a possibility, bro. The second they do that, someone else is going to swat.
And what you're missing? Maybe he'll gift us a muff punt and we score on the other team when he goes.
They know that he's going to get signed away and they're going to lose that talent that they want to keep.
Well,
Broski's not wrong. We're missing the no line. Yeah, Broski, we know you're not wrong.
We
harp on it just as much as you do. I mean, you're not wrong. But so maybe Broski, are you saying though that Bayless is being more of a healthy scratch because his speed is ineffective in the current system, or with the offensive line being currently the way they are? But once that offensive line becomes more effective, then he's no longer a healthy scratch, and we utilize him for speed. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense, right? Why get the guy injured? Because you can't use him right now because the O-line, you have to use Roshan Swift. And then maybe when the O-line is protecting better, then you make Homer the healthy scratch and you bring in Bayless.
And
well, we did sign a center, but he's out IR.
But the guy we got playing center right now is actually playing pretty decent.
Yeah, I'm actually I like seeing what I'm seeing that.
What's his name right now?
Shelton, Colby Shelton.
Yeah, he's.
I like what I see. He's not throwing. When he hikes the ball, he's not throwing over the quarterback's head. He's not throwing it at the ground.
And the first, I get the first week or two was kind of rough for the center position, but since week 2, it's been pretty solid. Like PFF grades are solid. They're like mid 65-ish, somewhere around there, which is good compared to last year being in the 30s.
Our questions are the guards. That's our question.
It's been the right guard was the focal point, and then a little bit left guard because Tevin kind of. If you look at the PFF grade, we're about equal across the board right now. Everyone's in the 60s, mid 60s, low to mid 60s. Then when you look at Washington, for example, they're all mid 60s, like 65 to 67. So the difference between, let's say, Washington's O-line and the Bears O-line by PFF grade is very small, right? But that little small difference is all the difference it's taken to give Jaden Daniels more time to throw and do things. So if we can mimic at least what Washington's offensive line is doing in terms of protection for the quarterback, I think we see better play out of our quarterback.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I got to get off here. I got to start our dinner. I got to let it cook for 7 hours, so I got to go.
All right.
You guys have a good one.
Yep.
You want me to give my prediction before I go?
Yeah. Let's get your prediction, brother.
I'm going to say Bears 27, Panthers 17.
Okay. 7-17 Bears. Let us know your score predictions. In
I'm going, guys.
Hey, Mike the Bear fan checking in from Soldier Field. What's up, Mike?
Mike the Bear fan's at the post office.
He's mailing it in today?
Yep.
Man, Broski don't like Bayless either.
Nope.
Broski, who do you like on this roster, man? I want to know who Broski actually likes on the roster. I don't think he likes many guys on the roster. Oh, Matt's taking Mike's score of 27-17. 49 will give our predictions before the rant. I don't know so what's going on with are the Jets win that game? Because I don't have it on.
It was 20-17.
Who, Jets?
Vikings. 5 minutes left. Vikings are at the Jets 44-yard line. Lay down.
That's right. Today's the first London game, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So they're going to go 5-0. Jesus.
Yeah, that's a big ass surprise.
Wait, is the game in London today?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah. They just had the whole Viking side paneling on the stadium, which threw me off there for a moment. So, and it looks like they're driving the score again. Wow, 20-17. That's at least a good game in London. I mean, it seems like the games in London have gotten better progressively.
Yep.
No, I mean, Matt Broski, I'm not saying it's surprising you don't like Bayless. I'm trying to figure out what players you do like on this roster. I think Bayless is a return guy. Yeah, I mean, he didn't pan out. I like what I've seen of him as a running back, though, right? I mean, he's been pretty good when you hand him the ball as a running back, doing running back things. And the Vikings have the bye next week because they're in London. It's usually the way it works. Like, we get to bye in week 7 because we're in London next week, which is an interesting point because our game next week's at 8:30 in the morning. I don't think we'll be doing Halas Hall pre-game. Okay. I just don't think it. I don't know if you want to be up at well, I don't know. I can't. Well, for you, it's 9:30 in the morning. The game. 7:30 in the morning. Yeah, I don't know if I can get up that early. To be real. Okay, you like Brisker and Komet. Okay. Yeah, Brisker, Komet. Good. I like both too. Brisker's been doing pretty decently this year.
Leading tackler last week.
Yeah. He had a down year last year, statistically speaking. But yeah, it's the our corners are great. I like our corners. Stevenson does get picked on a bit, but his PFF grade, though, once again, is not, considering how much he gets thrown at, is really good. I'm surprised he gets thrown at as much as he does, to be honest. But I mean, who else are you going to throw at?
Yeah.
Vikings driving. Oh, Luca's at the game too. I forgot. Maybe we'll get to see Luca on TV today. Luca's at the game in London. Mr. World Traveler.
Bears have the longest home winning streak in the league.
We do. Yep, at 7. Hopefully it'll become 8 today. Next week, believe it or not, is considered a home game. Yeah, I kind of figured, Rose. I mean, that's the thing. Like, some of these injuries, you don't know until after the season, right? They kind of keep it quiet that they had. I mean, we all know they get banged and bruised and nicked, and but Brisker's on fire. Wow, Gardner. Wow, that was almost a pick too. That was an interesting play there, Minnesota, but that wouldn't have been on Darnold. That would have been on his receiver.
Yeah, Broski. I like Brisker, even though he went to Penn State, but he's coming along. Like I said, leading tackler last week. So,
wow, rare miss by Jefferson. Jefferson almost caused an interception. Wow. What do you guys think of the games in Europe? Fans or not fans?
I don't know. There's some guys there that are all dressed up with Vikings caps, capes, swords. So I don't know if they're just getting ready for this game only, or they're going to be lifetime fans.
I mean, the London games always sell out, don't they?
Uh-huh.
I don't think they've never not. Yeah, the linebacking core, and for me, Broski Sanborn's the hidden gem in that. Oh no!
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ!
I'm gonna just turn my head as Woody reads that.
Broski, I still like you though, bud. Are you from Pennsylvania, Broski?
Gustavo says 17-6 Bears. He's going for a low-scoring affair today.
And I hate Notre Dame too.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Mexico game or South America game so far. It'll be on Mike for Mike the Bear fan subscribers. The link has been sent out already. Gustavo. Or no, who's that? That was Gabe asking. Actually, that's Gabe. Yeah. It won't be like it was last year. It's on the subscription side. And unfortunately, we can't add anyone today pre-game because Mike is at the game. So, I could probably get you. I could get you in the chat.
Gabe, go under Mike the Bear fan. Go under Mike the Bear fan. Make your prediction. You're very close to mine. Very close.
Yeah, go to Mike the Bear fan. Make your predictions. Winner, of course, will get some type of either signed merch or a card or something. Gabe's going 30-18 Bears.
Don't expect it anytime soon, though.
And Vikings extend their lead to 23-17. It's a 6-point game with 3 minutes left.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Luke is going to be going, uh-oh. I don't know. I kind of like the European games to an extent. I don't like the 8:30 start. I don't know why they could do a noon start, because a noon start in London or 1 p.m. start East Coast time, right? The 1 p.m. start is only 6 p.m. in London. It's a 5-hour time difference, right? Or 6-hour time difference. Yeah, it's 5 or 6 hour time.
Well, broski, I live in the Lehigh Valley area.
Oh, in Charlotte now. Okay. Gabe, 30-18 Bears. Oof. Yeah, so broski, you're kind of like me. I grew up in Chicago, the Chicago area, and I moved around a lot. But that was because of the Army. And I ended up in Florida.
But he still moved on the East Coast or the Eastern time zone.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah, Eastern time zone people. That's right. I forgot Broski's in Charlotte because he's always got the good intel. So Broski, what are they saying about this game in Charlotte coming into this week? I should have led with that with you today because he's there. He's in Charlotte. I mean, I know that they are not happy people in Charlotte overall. Maybe that team gets moved to London.
There are Bryce Young rumors, Miami, the Giants. Wow.
I think Miami makes more sense, but then again, I can't see Tua playing next year. I just can't, but he will.
No, but if I was the NFL, I'd step in and say, "Hey, sorry, man."
They're not going to do that. You know they're not going to do that. Oh, he's medically cleared. He can go. Make me some money.
Yeah. Jaden Daniels, #1 selling jersey. Wow.
Is he really? Wow.
I should get one for Bears. It says Daniels on the back.
Oh, Woody. Hey, did you see that Tory Taylor?
Yep, I live about 5 minutes from Allentown.
Oh, some of y'all might be grabbing some beers together. Did you guys see that Tory Taylor is now in the league MVP rankings?
That's great.
Would that be something to have a kicker be the league MVP? Uh-oh. Rodgers is moving the Jets down the field. Are the Jets? I wonder if the Jets are going to. What are the Jets right now? They're 2-2, so if they win today, they're 3-2.
Yep.
Interesting. I kind of like the London games. I just hate the early start. I really hate the early start. Go with the noon start, U.S. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, because that's like a 6 or 7 p.m. start in London. That's perfect. Panther fans are saying Caleb is the same player as Bryce Young. Wow, okay. Then he follows it up, though. Panther fans are really clueless. He's a turn fan loosely for them. They're a lost group of people. Is that more so since Ron Rivera left, though? Because, I mean, they obviously didn't appreciate Ron Rivera because everywhere that guy's gone, he's done well as a coach. Respectively well. Bryce to Raiders for Adams.
Oof.
Yeah. They're We've seen the Andy Dalton thing, before where he's come in since leaving Chicago. He's come in and good for a game or two, and then he falls right back off the tracks, right? So let's hope this week is the Bears just shut him down and Andy Dalton goes back to going, man, maybe I should have retired. Because hasn't Dalton retired twice already and come back? Well, I'm going to retire, and then he ends up signing a contract somewhere. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dalton was great when he was with the Bengals back in the day.
Yep.
But hasn't he retired twice and or I'm going to retire and I'm going to sign a contract instead. Because he actually retired and then the Cowboys signed him when he went to Dallas. And I thought he retired again, but now maybe that's the key as an older quarterback. Just tell people you're going to retire and then they'll sign you.
Yeah. Oh, they wait till they're bagging groceries or washing cars first.
Yeah. Or just sit on the couch not doing anything like a certain quarterback in
like what the fuck? I wonder what the fuck Tannehill's doing right now.
Working at the 5 and dime. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting for someone to call. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a call yet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Flacco was at home on the couch, and now he's getting a contract. Oh my God, the boy is loaded up for the game, bringing in he brought me a can of root beer for the game. Thank you. I got the boy home for the game today. So he hasn't been home for a game in a minute. He's prepping to watch the game today. I know. Yeah, you might can barely see him a little bit. There he is. He's get the blanket ready, get back to relaxing. But I'm the next week's 8:30 game, by the way. He's shaking his head oh, he's used to getting up early in the morning. These kids, I tell you. Next week's gonna be interesting. That'll be another home game technically, so let's see if we can extend it to 9. Obviously, Broskis' Panthers defense is complete trash, with the exception of their quarterback. Yeah, then they put a lot of money into their defense too. Wasn't that their emphasis too? They're putting a lot in their defense and their offensive line, and it looks like it's all fit.
2-minute warning.
Yeah, and Rodgers is driving the ball. Vikings fans, and we got 36 of them watching from Sir Rocker's X page. They must be biting fingernails right now. Is Rodgers going to beat him again on a fourth quarter drive? And that's not going to do it. Well, it's a first down, but I don't know. So what are you looking for in today's game? What do you think today's big takeaway will be when all said and done?
Running game. Like I said, I think we're going to have our first 100-yard rusher. I like to see Caleb Williams. Oh, he was open. Woo! Did he miss Wilson?
Yeah, he did.
Wow. I want to see Caleb Williams step up in the pocket and throw a deep pass to Rome or Moore. That touchdown pass to DJ Moore was a great pass. Defender had his back turned in the back of the end zone. But I want to see more throws downfield that are accurate, and obviously keep the running game going as well.
Yeah, I want to see a lot of defensive pressure early and often. I just want to get Dalton out of sync, jump. I want to see more long balls. We really haven't seen the long ball. Now, nope. I know the offensive line has prevented that. I want to see that offensive line play well enough that we can actually start utilizing the long ball, because if we can at least demonstrate in a game or two back-to-back that we can do the long ball, that might ease up some of the pressure we see on the O-line in some of these other games.
Ooh, first down. Wow. Minnesota was in control all this game.
Yeah. Kind of like last week. They were in control, and then they let the Packers back in.
But I think Darnold threw 2 interceptions today, I think.
So Broski then, okay, so the Panthers kind of were the Bears. They put a lot of capital in the offense then. But I want to see, my expectations for us to get after their offense, and that I want to see more deep balls. I want to see all three receivers being involved, deep and mid. I don't want a lot of short stuff. I mean, I don't mind a couple quick short throws to get Caleb in the rhythm early. Post that, I want to see some 40, 50-yard, big plays.
Ken,
Yeah.
if he does all that to the receivers, no, I don't want to see 50 fucking throws again today.
No.
Okay.
I'm fine with 25, 30 throws. I'm fine with that. But I mean, look at if they're hitting 50-yarders and you throw 52 if you're hitting 50-yarders and connected. You know what I'm saying? If it's working, keep throwing it. Oh, Roger, come on, Rogers, catch the ball and run.
Woo! Why didn't he catch that?
No, he could have, and he probably could have ran for a couple yards, but the clock stops. Clock management. That was actually kind of smart, maybe. Because if he catches the ball, he could have gotten a couple yards.
Yeah, he could have got it. Heck
yeah. But then he has to burn a timeout. Oh, they only got one timeout left. That's why he didn't do it. He probably have to burn a timeout. That was probably the smart play. Wow, they went with the tattoos and all those.
Wow, see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, Broski's good at 35 to 40 throws. Sack him! Damn, Rogers barely escapes. Wow, this is coming down. So, Woody, what's your score prediction for the Bears today?
Well, I was pretty close to Gabe's. I put it on the score prediction owner, Mike the Bear fan. 30-17 Chicago.
Ooh. Okay, so your biggest victory of the year this year is what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go 33-20. I'm going to go with the two-score win as well. I'm going to go 33-20. I was off by like 1 point for each team last week.
I was off one way and two the other.
Yeah, I was off. I got the win correct. Oh, is that an interception? It is. That's the game
over.
folks. Game over.
That was a bad throw. Why did you throw it low? You should have threw it high.
Yeah.
You're a dumb fuck.
See the replay on this one. Is that head coach in New York?
I don't know. I don't know which. I think this was a bad throw by Rodgers.
Oh, Rodgers! They're yelling at the field judge. Let's see.
I never make a mistake.
If there was a penalty there, it would have been on the offense. I mean, Rodgers put.
I don't know what he was throwing.
Why do you go inside with that ball? You should have gone to the outside with it. That's all Rodgers.
Yeah, that's Rodgers' throw. You have, yeah. Look, Wilson is a tall receiver.
Ooh, Broski, 31-6 Bears. What's your prediction, Devin?
I don't like Gilmore. Doesn't even look like he has fucking pads on.
35 what?
Well, hands off to Minnesota. Okay. We're all surprised.
35-17 is what Devin's going with the Bears. Minnesota's 5-0. Wow.
Yeah, we're all surprised. I thought Minnesota would be in the basement, and hands off to them, man. Hats off. They're doing great.
And Darnold is game managing.
That was the question mark going in. We knew the defense was going to be good. Jefferson, Addison, they had Aaron Jones. But the question was when McCarthy went down, there's questions of McCarthy starting. And when he got down, everybody was like, oh, Sam Darnold, look what and look at him. They're 5-0. Hats off to you.
Wow. Yeah. Congratulations, Minnesota Vikings fans.
Yep.
Your team is doing what they need to do. Rodgers, though, that was not a typical Rodgers throw.
Wow.
He's pretty good with not throwing interceptions. Jets fall at 2-3. Vikings go to 5-0. Get the bye next week. The only thing that sucks for them and the Lions with having the bye this week, that's a long season without a break. I mean, we catch ours in week 7.
Yep.
Not as bad, but I'm not a fan of these early bye weeks. I know there's talk about the NFL doing a deal where the whole league is off for a week, right after the trade deadline.
Oh my God!
The trade deadline, then the entire league has a bye week, which I don't see happening because then what are they going to do for that week? The NFL's got to make some money. I would be more of a fan of having the AFC off 1 week, the NFC off the next, and doing a 2-week bye week period versus the way we do it now. Or maybe just even break it down to 4 weeks from 8. Because right now it's 8 weeks of buys. It just starts too early for me. It starts way too early for me. But that's just me.
Yeah, the Sheagles have a bye week this week.
Oh, a little less hate feud spread this week.
So I can't make fun of their fans tomorrow.
Well, sure you can, because you know the Sheagles and the Lions both lose this week because the bye week is undefeated. All right, so we're getting closer to game time here. Of course, if you're a Mike the Bear fan, the link has been sent. If you're not in Mike the Bear fan yet, send me a DM on Facebook, and if you, we'll try to figure out. I can try to get you the link, and we'll figure out the payment and everything on that. It's one of those rare cases Mike's actually at the game today. So we're getting close to game time. Get your predictions on Mike the Bear fan. Don't forget, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. We have Ken and Ken in the morning. Halas will be back here at 7 o'clock Central, 8 p.m. on East on Wednesday to talk about the game. The game is on Mike the Bear fan. If you joined the subscription side, that's where the link is, or that's how we get you to the link. If not, message myself or Mike, and we'll get you in there. I don't know if we'll be able to do it for today's game, but definitely for the future. We got.
Did you put the QR code for the coffee up?
Oh, you mean yeah? There you go.
And what my wife? What'd you drink? A half a what today? Jody, a half a pot. Jody drank a half a pot of the Bear 6 coffee today, and and very most importantly, she is not in the bathroom. That's why you got to buy it.
No, I did that this morning.
I'm drinking Bear 6 Actual right now. Number one selling coffee from our coffee producer. He sells mostly the military and Bears fans, it seems. So he's at the Fort Bragg, North Carolina area. Definitely hit up Steve. Get you a bag of Bear 6 Actual. Great coffee. Jody loves it. I love it. Everyone who's had it has loved it.
And really, you get a personal call when you buy it from Steve, which was awesome.
Yeah. Well, Woody, we'll let you close it out with the rant. Let's close it out, buddy. Get to the game.
My rant is today is a game that we need to get up 3-2, keep the running game going. Hopefully, no injuries on the offensive line. But like I said last week, Tevin Jenkins got hurt. Nate Davis came in off the bench, opened up some holes. Hopefully he learned off that. Defense, we got a pressure. We got Red Rocket here. He was a former Chicago Bear quarterback. We got to hit him hard. Hubbard is running good. He ran good last week. Defense, got to stick it to him. My prediction today, again, 30-17 Chicago. And that's the Woody wrap-up. Everybody enjoy Bear Down.
Broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first. Perfection, expect nothing else. Do you like to make yourself a hot cup of coffee to start your day? We have both whole bean and grounded. Also great for all you iced coffee if not a hot kind of person. Even make yourself a frappe to quench your thirst. The best tasting coffee with espresso. It's only $18.99 plus taxes for a 12-ounce bag. Buy 1 to 5 bags and ship.